Did we overrate the Celtics, Kenyon?
Yeah, in this microwave society, I think so. I think they had a good regular season, decent run so far through the playoffs, but we tend to forget that LeBron has been to 7 straight finals. He's been down 3-1 in the final series before a comeback. So them being down 0-2 and going home, I wasn't worried. Celtics are young. Besides Al Horford, they haven't had anyone play significant minutes in any significant games throughout their career yet. So, yeah, I think people were, media and everybody, put the Celtics in the finals before they played 2 games on the road, which they haven't won on the road in the playoffs yet. So, yes.
Just one. I don't think the Celtics are overrated. I just think LeBron is a pantheon great player. This is the same Celtics team that beat the Sixers in 5 games. You know, Skip, the Sixers were your pick to represent the Eastern Conference.
They were.
Yeah. So this is the same team.
Yeah.
But
I would have loved the Sixers against LeBron. But they didn't get there.
That's why you play the game.
You got to have in your business. But when you play against a pantheon great player, and you let him do what he's capable of doing, he's going to make your job very difficult. As Kenyon said, here's a guy that's been down 0-2-4, and he's never lost 3 and 4.
Yep.
So especially, and now the finals is a different story, but I'm saying, being down for him, he's been there, done that. Been down. He was down to Detroit. Remember? He's down 0-2, and they come back and win 4 straight. Down 3-1 in the finals, and then have to win a game 7 on the team's home court. So he's been there. The Boston Celtics are a very young team, and you have growing pains that you must go through in order to learn how to win on the road. Because, see, Skip, when you're at home, the crowd's backing you. So if you're out of, they were down, at one point, game 2, they were down big. The crowd get going. They come back with that big flurry in the third quarter, finish them off midway through the fourth. But when you're on the road, that crowd is not going to get you going. Once you're down, normally the team keeps you down. The difference between the Sixers and the Cavaliers, because they did win 1 game, they didn't have LeBron.
Yeah.
As good as Joel Embiid and Simmons may be, they're not that guy yet. And as long as you got that guy, kick his hooves up on the table, you got little hooves, little goat chain. Yeah.
What happened the last 2 times Philly played LeBron during the regular season? The last 2 times. What happened?
Who remembers? No, nobody remembers.
That's what you told me, Skip. You said April. Nobody cares about the March or April
For
game.
a young coming-of-age team, it mattered to them because they went into Cleveland on March the 1st and just kicked their behind.
Just sitting home watching LeBron and play right now, too.
Okay, I got you. But then last week of the regular season, I know it was just the last week and nobody cared, but LeBron looked like he was really caring that night because remember, he led a big charge and they got back in the game and he finally got fouled on a 3-point shot at the end of the game. But he needed to go
that was your, you,
free throws.
You just tried to bring that up.
You opened the door, I ran right through it.
You know what, Skip? You ought to be ashamed of yourself.
3 free throws to get.
You ought to be ashamed of yourself, Skip Bayless. You brought that up just for the very fact that last regular season game had no bearing on this situation.
So here's what I got sick and tired of hearing in the 3 endless days we had ahead of Game 3 of this series, the Eastern Conference Finals. I heard one commentator and analyst after another say, you know what, the Celtics are just better than the Cavaliers. And I'm like, no, they're not. The Cleveland Cavaliers have that guy.
Yeah, they have a better roster.
Boston doesn't have Kyrie. They don't have Gordon Hayward. And they have Brad Stevens. I guess he just left his genius at home.
No,
got to pack it. I don't know. He's a fine young coach, but you need to prove something to me, to your point.
Yeah.
Prove it to me when it matters. Show me how you can now X and O out of this hole that you're in, because you're in a 2-2 hole. You can tell me it's 2-all, but it's really Cleveland leads this series 2-2.
I'm with you. I feel the Cleveland closes this thing out in 6.
Yep.
Like, I think they win the next 2 games. Just the mental aspect that LeBron has over the East. You know,
Okay,
they would have went there, Cleveland, and got a game.
What did we see in games 3 and 4? For that matter, what do we see in all 4 of these games so far? Boston has no defender that can keep LeBron from the basket.
No.
Nobody. Like last night, it got a little laughable to me because when he decided he's just going to power to the basket, could Marcus Morris keep him from shooting
It was a foul
layups?
trouble. But my thing is, when you ask Rozier to guard him in the post and don't help, and then you got Al Horford on the island out there on the perimeter, stop switching the pick and rolls.
Yeah, what are you
Do something,
doing?
give him a different diet. Listen, if you give LeBron the same diet of the same thing, game in, game out, he's going to pick you apart. And as they've seen right now, he's figuring out how he needs to go at them offensively, and he's doing it.
Okay,
And it's
just
gonna happen the next
remember,
two games.
against Philadelphia, LeBron had an issue because he couldn't get to the rim at will because Joel Embiid is a monster in there, and Ben Simmons is 7 feet tall and can defend the post also. So you got two in there who can keep you from just having a parade to the basket.
Well, I think what happened was in game 3, Kmart, is that they got up 34 threes and they made 17.
Yeah.
And so now Brad Stevens is overreacting, saying guard the 3-point line.
Yep.
If you let LeBron James have 6, 8, 9 dribbles against a 6'1" guy, he's going to get the ball to the bucket.
Every
If
time.
you let him go one-on-one, I don't care what Marcus Morris says. He's a good defender. But one-on-one, he's not stopping LeBron.
Mm-hmm.
If you switch that pick and roll and you let Al Horford get on LeBron, because LeBron, what he's going to do, he's going to back it. Even if he's at the top of the key, he's going to back the ball up because he wants to get a head start, a head of steam, and come downhill at Al Horford. You better get the ball out of his hands and say, Kyle Korver, you got to
help me out.
Them
Early,
games, like-
early in your career, were you never taught to fight through a pick? Just fight over the top
Yeah,
of it.
it's a lot easier to switch it.
Okay, I
It's
know
hard-
it's easier, but
It's hard work to fight through a screen,
it's
fight
hard.
over the top, talk through a situation. That's hard work. So the easiest thing for you to do is switch it.
okay, but,
But
if
when
you
he's
switch
great,
to the 6'1"
but
guy,
when
what's going to
I'm
happen?
gonna say when you're playing against greatness, you
Yeah.
can't. You have to give him something different. You got to give him something different. You got to run somebody.
Trap
at
him. Get the ball out of his hands.
Do
You
something
can.
different. I ain't saying every possession because he's gonna figure it out.
Right.
And they got shooters on the front, but you got to give him something different. Like,
Remember what they did to Victor Oladipo, Skip? They couldn't stop him one-on-one, so they started trapping him.
Yes.
They did.
Make somebody else. We're gonna make somebody else beat us.
Yeah.
Well, you better make somebody else. Skip, you got to be able to live with. If Kyle Korver, J.R. Smith, or some of these role players shoot you out of the gym, you got to live with that. But if you let that guy get 44 on a nightly basis, there's a 90% chance you're gonna lose.
And you make Kyle Korver put the ball on the floor. You make J.R. put the ball on the floor. Like there's things you can do in situations where LeBron can be affected and those other guys can be affected. But like I just said, it's hard work. It's not easy. It's not easy to do, but you got to go out and do it. Especially this time of year, playoffs. Attention to detail.
And Kyle feels
Attention to
comfortable
detail.
last night, K-Bar. You see Kyle
Yeah.
Korver put it on the floor. Kyle Korver, he put the ball on the floor.
So
I can get him, Kyle.
Yeah, but they're making them do. I think you make them do things that they're not comfortable doing that they ain't been doing all season.
Yeah.
Do we realize that Boston starts a rookie and a second-year player and a third-year player against that guy?
It's not
So
enough.
I told you, I totaled up all the starts of those three young Boston players. It's 230 total starts in the regular season and playoffs. This guy, LeBron, has started 6 times more games in the NBA than those three combined have.
But
What do you
they-
think's
they-
going to
they-
happen?
they're young, but they're extremely talented.
They are. Yeah,
They got
great
talent.
roster.
Although,
Great roster
I'm going to
put
say it
together
again.
by
The
Danny
worst
Ainge.
thing I heard from Jason Tatum was that he looked at Kobe's detailed critique of his play 25 times. Well, he's trying to become Kobe as a rookie against the Cleveland Cavaliers. You can't do that.
Do you believe? Let me ask you a question. You believe if Gordon Hayward and Kyrie were there, they would be playing the same type of defense?
No.
Because Terry Rozier will get up and challenge you. These long guys, I believe. If we're gonna, this might be a subject for another day, Skip. I don't see how you keep this entire roster together and bring Gordon Hayward and Kyrie back to it.
Somebody got to go.
Somebody got to go.
Somebody minutes gonna be affected.
Yeah.
Somebody's
And
shot's
I
gonna be
know
affected.
you're a fan of Marcus Smart, and he's the sixth man.
Yeah, I think he should play more. I honestly think he should.
Well, when Gordon Hayward come back, Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown gonna be a sixth man.
They will be.
How that's gonna go?
Yeah, exactly. Kyrie, Terry Rozier go like, I ain't trying to be on no bench.
I think this is a good problem to have.
Yeah.
I'd like to have the problem.
And leading the team in
right.
scoring, second year guy, first year guy, leading the team in scoring in the playoffs.
Look,
When he goes to make minutes next year, big minutes.
okay, but
Lot of shots.
when you're up against LeBron James, you need Kyrie on your side just so you can walk on the floor saying, we got our guy too. He's been there and done that.
Because you don't need
Right.
a pass. You can say Kyrie take the ball and he can go get a shot.
Yeah.
See, these guys here, there are very few guys that's on that roster can just say, okay, we're going to give you the ball. Okay, go beat somebody off the dribble. Kyrie Irving can break you down and go to the rim. That's what they're missing. They need that one, because everybody's got it. You look at the team, everybody has that one guy. Cavaliers have it in LeBron. Houston has 2 guys that can go do it. Golden State got 2 or 3 guys that can go get their own shot. You need that. Yeah, they got a talented roster and they're deep, but you don't have that one guy in front situation.
Yeah, well, they can have that talented roster and be deep and still take the L.
Yeah, oh yeah. Oh, Bron hung that collar with a lot of people.
What size of it?
Here's another L. Eat another L.
Kind of like
Lot L.
2014.
Don't do that, Skip.
Here you go.
That was,
Here you go.
What?
Man.
What?
Let's
He
really-
lost in 5 games by a record margin in the finals?
was that a great
to a
team?
lot
Huh?
better team.
A great team?
4 Hall of Famers on that team.
To,
Can you tell me the team that?
Patty Mills?
to a lot better. Hey, listen, man.
So what's Tim Duncan and Kawhi?
He was aging. He was an old man at that point.
You know what, Skip, baby?
Huh?
You need to be ashamed of yourself.
Come on. They should have been ashamed of themselves.
4
That
Hall of
Heat
Famers.
team. And then
Every
LeBron
time he
said-
lost a game, he's
I'm
lost to
gonna-
at least 2 Hall of
and
Famers.
LeBron said, I got to take my talents back to Cleveland.
It happens, man.
Mhm.
They're a good team, well coached.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey,
Hall of Fame coach.
a lot goes into that, man. That
Yeah.
game plan.
Yeah.
When that man over there on that sideline,
Oh, he's
a
good.
lot goes into
Go
that.
pop.
Yeah, turn
Yep.
the air conditioning on.
Yeah.
Man, all that
I'll
matters.
leave
Yeah.
it there.
Cramping
Thanks for
up,
joining us.
getting cramps,
I don't
like
know.
all that.
Sports players to stand for the anthem.